Hey guys, it's Ralph, and welcome back to another episode of Danganronpa Another. In the last episode, we investigated Haru's murder to see how it happened. In this episode, we're going to be going on with the class trial. Now, it's been a day, I want to say a day, since I played the game, so let me get a refresher of everything. I remember, yeah, he died by a gunshot wound, and then the index and middle finger were broken. The gunshot chest wound. Dealt with more than many weapons. The arsenal, yeah, so we don't know which gun shot him. His right hand, two fingers were like ripped apart. Yeah, there's a bunch of guns just like all over in the arsenal. There's like a shit ton of like blood like all over the arsenal. But there's like multiple blood paths. Yeah, we found it like fingers like in the back near the flag, this Kisaragi. Okay. The gun was destroyed. I wonder if it was like whatchamacallit, a rigged gun. See. Two grenades. Yeah. The arsenal was blocked by wood planks or like Inori's death. The gun in the corner that was strange, but Teruya said don't touch it. Yeah. In the room. Yeah, someone told him to meet him there. Oh yeah, there's multiple people entering the arsenal. And would not have been an instant death. Okay, you know what? After reviewing that, let's get on to the class trial. No further on delayed. Let's get on it. You killed our best friend. God damn it. All Tori's our male best friend now. Alright. Gonna go back to the rules. We all know. Alright, here we go. It finally started. The fourth class trial. One of us is the culprit that killed Haru. We must find the culprit at all costs. Now then, please begin your discussions. Guys? Ah, right. Yeah, should we start discussing? Okay, we have to work hard, so where do we start with? What's this stuffy, awkward mood? Well, it's not unreasonable because of our conflict reached its peak. First, I think each of you will have a lot of things to say before the trial, and the feeling that you're feeling will be different. But let's focus on the trial in front of you, aside from everything else. It's like we did before, so far, haven't we? Kinjo said, now is the trial. Let's swallow what we want to say to each other for a moment. The trial is our priority now. You don't take that for granted, do you? Let's get started already. Then, let's begin. Once we get the case sorted out, let's organize the series of events in chronological order based on what everyone knows. Hey, wait a minute. Before that, I have something to say just for a minute, please. What is it, Satsuki? I'm the killer. Eh? What? Satsuki-chan? What did you say just now? I said, I'm the killer. I'm the culprit who killed Haru. Don't play it now. Don't play around, Satsuki. What are you saying all of a sudden? It's not a joke. Are you serious? Don't make me laugh. Do you think that if you claim to be the criminal without physical evidence or logic, you'll become the culprit? But I really killed Haru. It can't be. Stop making bad jokes, Satsuki-chan. Just explain one step at a time. If we listen and we're convinced, then we can really believe that you're the culprit. Suddenly, what is all this? Did that the trial begin? She said she was the culprit. If it were a normal culprit, they would never confess. But would Satsuki really be the culprit? Before making any judgment, let's first listen to Satsuki's story. Now, alright. Let's get on it. Also, my mono coins, my perks, man. Liar in the room, gunshot, chest wound, flash and smoke. Alright. Let's see which one. Why are you claiming to be the culprit? Let's hear your reason. At dawn, Kobazing called me. Really? I told Kobazing we went to the arsenal. And then, all by myself, he pointed a gun at me. I shot him in self-defense. It can't be. No. She wasn't the one. Haru didn't call her. Haru was called by someone else. Yeah. Satsuki-chan's really the culprit. It means that the victim, Haru himself, called the culprit. Yeah. Yeah. You're wrong! Get him, Yuki. Wait, Satsuki, Haru called you? Isn't that odd? Is it weird? The victim, Haru called you? The culprit? That can't be it. Rather, the victim, Haru, was called by the culprit and went to the arsenal. If you're the culprit, you would know. Y'all saying? What the fuck? I don't even know what Satsuki's voice is at this point. You know, screw it. You're saying he was called by the killer? That's... I don't know. That's ridiculous. The letter that was put in Haru's room is what he's talking about. The contents are like this. Oh, Haru, I have something to tell you. If you read this, why don't you come to the arsenal? I'm not trying to kill you. I hope you believe me. I'll wait. Whoa! If the contents of that letter are true, it makes no sense that Haru called Satsuki-chan and took her to the arsenal, right? It would be the opposite. That's right. But Satsuki said that she doesn't know much about this letter. The killer doesn't know the letter they sent? Nope, it doesn't make sense. I don't know. What if it's manipulation? Yuki and Saguri wrote that letter that I didn't know, and you're manipulating things now. Don't be sick-headed. Obviously, this evidence came from Haru's room. So, Iranami is not the culprit? Wrong! I really mean it! I'm the real culprit! Oh, just looking at the current evidence to say that Satsuki is the culprit, it's hard to tell, but I want to make things a little more clear. Let's ask about it. Haru's other wound. Whose source is unknown to the evidence that only the culprit, only they must know. So, ruptured right hand, right? Yeah. Change topic. Satsuki, if you're really the culprit, there's one thing I want you to tell me. This isn't like the letter, but a direct clue to Haru's body. So if you're the culprit, it's a clue that you must know. So what's that? Haru's right hand, you recall? His right hand was completely shattered. It was hard to say that this was a gunshot wound. If you're the culprit, can you tell me the true nature of this wound? I don't know. Why did hand become that way? You don't have to talk about it anymore. You're not the culprit. Wait a second. I'm telling the truth. Why are you still claiming to be the killer? If it's real, even if Iranami is the culprit, you'll only get executed. I don't know what you're thinking, but this is not a joke. If Satsuki unnecessarily confused our reasoning and choose the wrong killer, we will all die. Maybe. That might have been the purpose. What? She was close to Haru, who died this time, right? Apparently, it looked like she was in severe shock, unlike the usual one who always talked at the random. With that shock in mind, you're trying to make us follow Haru's fate. Isn't that right? That was it? Absolutely not. Of course, I'm really sad that Haru died, but I'm very much sane. Stop it, Iranami. We haven't even started a proper discussion yet. If the discussion goes on, the killer will be naturally revealed. If you really are the killer, you don't have to rush things if it all turns out okay. Satsuki-chan. Oh, alright then. Let's discuss about it. Had it been roughly organized? You wasted my time on useless things. But let's start from the beginning again. When the case started to happen... Hold on a minute, is it really okay to wait on 1 minute before that? In this case, can we assume that Iranami isn't completely the culprit? No, not necessarily. If Iranami is really the culprit, there's still a possibility there. That's it? We haven't started any reasons yet. First, there's a possibility from what happened a little while ago, but maybe there's something up. That way, they're excluding themselves from the suspect line. That had to be calculated. With Iranami's mind, it would be impossible to tell. Hey, you're treating me as a fool right now, right? I don't think it was on purpose. Quiet. First, as Kinjo says, let's summarize the unfolding of the case. Oh, right. Where can we start from the evening before the incident happened? Oh, that was when we... Maeda-kun, Haru, Otori-kun, and Satsuki-chan, Mikado-chan, and me. Why the hell did she say it like that? Six people gathered at the restaurant. Maeda called us, and... We were at the limit of our hunger. And we all thought to come together and meet each other in the thought that we should somehow unfold a hard policy. That time, Teruya suggested... I'll tell you, I wasn't really sane back then. That's what happened. Well, what my fault for being immature. What's this? I didn't even see your face. It's the day before the murder took place. I don't know this. So explain exactly what's going on. Teruya gave us a pen and paper. Nominate one victim and one culprit. He asked for one person to vote, since Makuma banned suicide. With the plan to set up the case at the expense of 2 people. I was really crazy. I'm sorry. It's alright. It's all over now. We almost agreed to this plan too. It looks like the part I saw from there. I broke into the restaurant when the absurd plan was about to be implemented. Yeah, Kinjo came in and handed out guns to each of us to commit suicide. What? Oh no, nothing at all. Keep going. Well, that's when we started to fight back at Kinjo, and we were lucky enough to catch him off guard and were judged to be dangerous, so he couldn't move anymore. Oh my, sorry. I am so uneducated today. Continue. So, the problem starts after this. Thanks to Kinjo, the plan was halted, but there's no progress for today. We locked Kinjo in the room and then went back to each room. His room. Between this morning, Haru died. I couldn't sleep all night, so I was staying with my eyes open, but I heard something outside in the morning, so I went out and Maeda was asking for help, saying that the door was not opening. And when you somehow opened the door, you found the body? Yeah, that's right. This case is missing our eyes between the dawn hours, and there's not much evidence, so we have no choice but to share information we know with each other. No, that's not what happened after you opened the door. Flashbang smoke grenade, like, dropped first. First, your alibis can be salvaged just by hearing about this. Alibis? Yes. So then, let's dig into the alibis one by one, alright? Alright. Yeah, when you opened the door, it wasn't, we thought the dead body, there was a smoke and flash grenade. Kurokawa testimony, unnatural blood stains, severed fingers, and destroyed gun, alright. Alright. First off, it would be a problem if I screwed myself from click like this and I was tied up, right? Oh, certainly. An idea where Kinjo commits the crime doesn't seem possible. I have an alibi too, me and Maeda. If so, the ones who can be suspected criminals are Haru, Tarina, Iranami, Kurokawa. It's those 4 people. I really don't have an alibi, but it's not me. Satsuki's the killer. Okay. You shut up already. Stop causing trouble. If only there was more evidence information, I would check our alibis at dawn. With Kurokawa's testimony, yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Kurokawa. I consent. Kinjo, wait, come to think of it, I think there was someone who knows the alibi during dawn in detail. Who is it? During the investigation, Kurokawa, she clearly testified to me that she had seen who went to the arsenal in the morning. Right, Kurokawa? Yes. What? If that's true, the culprit had already been revealed, right? You're noisy. Be quiet. Hey, dark circled, so who'd you see? Kurokawa's room was right next to the arsenal, so she heard the arsenal door opening and closing. Of course, the arsenal is soundproof, but you didn't hear the sound from the inside. I don't think hearing only the sound is enough to be a direct witness testimony. No. I saw people passing by in front of my door. What? No, no way you've been watching the hallway all morning. Is that what you mean? Yup. But then, still, it would have been difficult to stay sane in hunger, but watching the hallways all night without sleep is. However, that worked nicely in reverse. The culprit couldn't have thought that there must have been someone and missed watching the corridor. That's a great achievement, Kurokawa. So, then who passed by? Well, I don't know the time. The exact time is unknown, but it was in this order. First was Haru and Satsuki. From left to right. The arsenal didn't open at the time. A little later, Satsuki went from right to left. He was alone at this time. A little later, after Irinami passed, Teruya went from left to right. A little later after that, I heard the sound of the arsenal door. Then Teruya went from right to left. And after a while, Haru goes from right to left. Soon after, Haru and Satsuki are together again. Wait a minute. I'm sorry, but wait a minute. Then, I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what's left to right or right to left. Can't you tell it a little more clearly? You're the only one that doesn't understand something so simple, aren't you? Don't cut the flow for no reason. Focus and listen. Don't be like that. I'm a little confused too. It means like how they went from the hallway. But let's listen to Kurokawa's story until the end and reorganize it in an easy to understand manner. Kurokawa, is that everything? Yup. Indeed. As you said, you can assume that the killer had already revealed themselves. At the time of the investigation, I didn't know this because Kurokawa didn't tell me properly, but it's definitely a tremendous amount of information. So between those two, hey, I want to join the discussion too, but could you tell it a little bit more easily? Oh, sorry, Akane. I'll organize it so it's easy to understand. But before that, there's something I want to check again. Location of the room each of us was using. If we notice, I think we can probably organize Kurokawa's information. Well, that's certainly something I want to do and need to move on. When I roughly checked with each other during the investigation, I remember the structure of the corridor behind the ballroom where the rooms are listed, right? As you would know if you did a little closer examination, there's a small tag on the door of each room. I don't know who goes where other than room 1. And according to the tag, the rooms are distributed in this manner. Uncle randomly gave us the key for each room. From what I've investigated. Ah, I see. This is probably how each of us were located in each room. That cute chibi, I'm not gonna lie. Then so go your little slick back. When we reconsider Kurokawa's testimony after arranging the distribution of each room used by each person this way, you can see that a few suspects are eliminated. Well, I mean, I don't understand Mikado's words at all. That's your fault. Are you going to blow up valuable discussion time for someone like you? Damn, he's still at her neck. Kinjo, that's too far. It's important for one person to know about the case, right? I'll rearrange it and explain to Akane. Do what you like, preferably as quickly as possible. Kinjo-kun, you still don't seem to forgive me. Akane, so to summarize Kurokawa's words simply. First, the fact that Kurokawa watched the hallway all morning. Akane, you heard it earlier, right? Based on what Kinjo summarized, Kurokawa's room is room 8. It's the room on the right side of the arsenal. And you go straight from the entrance of the arsenal to the corridor. As Kurokawa explained a little while ago, from what she said, what from left to right and from right to left, what based on the direction facing the corridor in Kurokawa's room. Here, I'll make it easy to understand with pictures. Goddamn, Monku's just giving us like a pen and paper. Alright, here's my diagram. In the order that Kurokawa saw it, Haru and Satsuki were the first people that passed by in front of the door at this time. He said there was no sound of the arsenal door opening at this time, so I think it was just the two of them passing by. And a little later, she said that Satsuki passed by alone again in the opposite direction. Shortly after it, she said that Teruya passed by. Or just wandering around the halls. And at the time, she could hear the sound of the arsenal door opening. That probably means that Teruya went to the arsenal. After a while, the sound of the arsenal door opening was heard again, and then Teruya passed to the opposite direction. Soon after, Haru passed by the same direction again. After this, Haru and Satsuki went from left to right again. And at this time, the door to the arsenal was open. Someone went to the arsenal. After that, there was no movement for a while, and after a little time passed, Satsuki passed by with the sound of the arsenal door opening. These are all the moves Kurokawa saw and heard during the morning. After this, well, here at the wreck of the arsenal door next, but that would probably be the sound of me trying to open the door. I think Teruya rigged the gun. I think that's what happened. Teruya, who passed by, heard the sound I made. Then, I opened the door with Teruya's help during this time. That's a summary of what Kurokawa heard and saw, roughly like this. Do you understand? Wow, when Maeda-kun explained it to me, I understood it all at once. Thanks! Really, but wait, if we look from the current situation event on each step. Yeah, there's one suspicious person. Do you see it clearly? I can't guarantee 100% what Kurokawa heard and saw what everything that happened at dawn, but the information obtained till now had resulted in one influential suspect of this case. That person is... It's Satsuki? Son of a bitch, it's Otori? But she was the last one to be in the room. Like, yeah, I know that he went in there first. I mean, yeah, Teruya. Yeah, my bad. My bad. I mean, yeah, technically. Teruya. The only one who fits to be the main suspect of this case. Huh? Me? Haru was the victim, so he couldn't help it. The fact that Satsuki was close to Haru made me understand why she was there. But why did Teruya move around like that so early in the morning? Oh, that was, what was it again? Right, I was investigating, yeah. Everyone was in panic, so I wanted to find the clues to get out, even for a little bit. Just a few hours ago, you were trying to pick two victims. The guy who was desperate, despairing, and doing investigation was thinking of all these things. Doesn't that sound a little weird? That's all there is to it. The wait fixed my mind. People can change their mind easily, you know? Even if it's true that you did an investigation, if you think about it based on Kurokawa's testimony, you were only in the arsenal. What kind of investigation did you do in the arsenal? No, I never went into the arsenal. Otori-kun, please, stop the pretenses and explain properly. What the hell did you do in the arsenal? I never went into the arsenal! Teruya? Why did it have to be only me? I did nothing wrong. If you look at it, Satsuki also went around at dawn. Why am I the only one suspicious? Yeah, I'm the culprit. Are you still saying that? I told you to be quiet. Certainly, Uranami is well under enough suspicion. However, she said she did not know the identity of the letter, nor did she know about Haru's hand. So that's it then. You're just gonna take her off the list just because she doesn't know anything? That's a long shot. I don't know anything about it. A letter on the right hand either? Don't be mistaken, Teruya. You now said that Uranami is the culprit, and you don't know about these clues. While Uranami claims to be the culprit, but she doesn't recognize these clues, are entirely different matters. Then, well, what about Maeda? When I saw him this morning, he was trying to get into the arsenal, so Maeda is also suspicious. That just happened. Yes, I won't deny that Maeda is the suspect as you claim. He had been in and out of the arsenal the previous day, and even this morning, he had a strange idea of going to the arsenal again. But this and that is a separate matter. The result, Maeda failed to enter the arsenal this morning. There was no testimony of Kurokawa listening in the morning, so this is not suitable for committing the crime. Oh, well, anyway, for me, I don't know anything about that. I'm exactly trying to protect him, but relying only on Dark Circle testimony has a slightly loose time frame. I'm going to ignore it. Do not make me go nuts and move on already. I know that. It's about the structure of the ballroom, right? The structure? Think about it. Even if Kurokawa watched the hallway all night, it's all about looking outside the room and hearing the arsenal door. But if you look at the structure of the ballroom, you can easily enter the arsenal without passing by Kurokawa's door. Because we're all at the ballroom for a week, I think everyone should know, but the arsenal is structured around the dance hall at 360 degrees. In other words, if you go back to the other side, you can enter the arsenal without being noticed by Kurokawa. Or so, in the case of Maeda, Kurokawa does not stand out, even if he does not use the method of going straight to the arsenal from its own room, since within the opposite sides of Kurokawa's room in the first place. You knew that too. See, Maeda's the culprit after all, motherfucker! But there's something you shouldn't overlook. Even if you use some method to enter the arsenal without showing your appearance to Kurokawa, there's still the sound of the door opening and closing that can only be heard by Kurokawa. But Mikado-chan testimony, the sound of the arsenal opening and closing was always heard before and after someone passed her door. That's right. After all, the person who walked in and out the arsenal at dawn, I can't think of anyone other than these three people who showed up in the testimony: Haru, Satsuki, and Teruya. That's all lies. So Teruya, you went to the arsenal, and I want to hear a reason to make sure. You're really innocent. There's no reason to be in a panic, right? Then I'm really innocent, really. I just went to the arsenal to, I just went in for a minute. I don't think there will be an end if this goes on like this. What is Teruya so afraid of? I'm not sure. He doesn't want to say anything. Because, well, I'm not certain, but I have to show more convincing evidence that he had no choice but to speak with his own words. Think of it. There seemed to be one suspicious thing about Teruya during the investigation. What was it? What's when I was investigating something in the arsenal? Yeah, it's you know what? Let's go into the blind. Oh, it's this one. It's a gun in the corner. Right here. Yeah. Kore Daiwo. What the fuck? Stop saying Japanese. Come to think of it, Teruya, didn't you say something strange to me when I was investigating? What? Something strange? I don't know. I found a gun that was dropped in the corner, and when I checked it to investigate, suddenly you came and told me not to touch it, because it will blow up. What do you mean, Maeda? Tell us more in detail. There was a gun in the corner of the arsenal that was hard to see. I tried to investigate why it was in the corner like that. Suddenly, Teruya, who was nearby, ran up and told me not to touch it, because it would blow up if I shot it. Maybe he thought I was going to use the gun. If you shoot, it will blow up? What are you talking about? No, before answering that question, how did he know about that? That's Maeda, the gun. You probably investigated? Huh? I didn't examine it roughly, but it was a normal gun with nothing special. I thought it was equipped with a bomb or something. Yet I thought it was going to explode. Probably. It's not like that. Hey, Monokuma? Did you call me? I was enjoying this. What's up? I require you to submit evidence. Bring the gun, Maeda mentioned. What? Why am I being ordered? To submit evidence? Is that possible? It is part of the debate on the class trial. There's no problem by the rules. You, the judge, have no right to deny it. That's correct. There's no problem to reject it. Besides, if it's part of the discussion, what's the point? Jeez, I really don't like that attitude. How can you be so cheeky? Shut up and get it already. Actually, I thought it was going to happen, and I brought it from the beginning. Now, here you go. How is it? This is it. It's a bullet. Bullet? It was loaded? Not a simple bullet. It's a bullet for shotguns and medium-sized rifles. Bullets that do not meet the standards were forcibly loaded to this gun. If you pull the trigger with one of these, a bullet that doesn't fit into the magazine, It enters the chamber and blocks the muzzle, and of course, no bullet shell comes out. The pressure from the gunpowder had disappeared from where it's supposed to go. Instead, goes spreading all over the gun itself. Will end up being shattered. Wait a minute. But then why did Teruya-kun know about this? Why? I see now what you did in the arsenal. Tori-kun, did you change the bullets on purpose? For what reason? A gun in that state. If you hold it with a human hand and fire it, your hand will never be safe. When I listen to those words just now, I see a very similar wound I remember in my mind. Yes, the source is clear. Yeah, Haru's right hand. I understand it now. Haru was hit by the explosion of the pistol that Kinja was holding right now. That evidence was also in the arsenal. That proof it's hit two severed fingers. What? It did the... Oh, it's the broken gun, my bad. Yeah. Okay. Oops. Yeah, that's right. It was in the arsenal. The fragment of a gun filled with blood, which appeared to have bursted from the inside. Yeah, I saw it too. Haru fired the gun wrongly loaded, just like this gun, and the gun he was holding exploded, and his hand ended up being ruptured. Then, Tori-kun did this to Haru. Whoa, wait a minute. I'm sure this gun is the one I touched, but I don't know about the other destroyed guns. Oh, you admit it. The fact that he touched the gun. No, shit. Of course, there are two guns with missile bullets. It's a little weird, but I'm certain, Teruya, you definitely did something. That really it? I think we pry a little more. You'll end up confessing everything. Don't treat people like criminals without solid evidence. Even if I put my hands on the gun, it can't be proof that I'm the killer. So I don't know anything. Give me the proof. Evidence. Can't be denied that Teruya is the most powerful suspect right now. But is there any more solid evidence? We keep discussing. We might see something we haven't considered before. This is the one where we... Okay, yeah, it's X. The one I thought we had to do last time. I was like, shit, what button was it? To like scan the bullet. I don't know anything. Raven reveal, stop lying and told the truth. You went to your arsenal, you literally loaded the gun wrongly so that the bullets would explode. But I only did that. That doesn't mean I'm the culprit, does it? Of course you loaded the gun. You can't say it doesn't make you the culprit, bud. Killer loaded the bullet on purpose. I'm certain of this. Alright. Not far-fetched because I did one thing. You knew the gun was going forward. What more evidence do you want to see? Tori-kun, how could you? It's pen and paper? What am I supposed to use pen and paper for? Did they sneak at dawn, just do that one? Yeah. Yeah, like I said, he's the only one who could have written the note because, like, he's the one who had, like, the thing. Yeah, I had an inkling suspicion too because what he was telling us, okay, like pick straws. One person's gonna be the killer, one person's gonna be the victim, you know? And then Haru got that handwritten letter. I was like, wait a minute, the only person who had any form of like stationery was Teruya. That's it, the pen and paper. The what? After listening to Akane's words, I thought about it. Beginning of the trial, you guys remember the letter that you said when you were blaming Satsuki? I've been thinking it's been weird all this time. How was the culprit write this letter? That's what I'm saying. We should have lost all our belongings at the same time we were in the ballroom. Hearing that? Yeah. How did... Oh. Yes, exactly as Maeda said. Perhaps the night before the murder, there was someone who secretly handed out a piece of paper, and that had been secretly showing a paper to ask someone to shoot two victims. It's obvious at this point that Teruya clearly said that at the time, the extra paper and pen were not removed from his clothes. I mean, Teruya, it's only one of us who had paper and pen in their belongings. No, don't joke around. You could have accidentally found another piece of paper and wrote in it. Oh, that's so? Should we check it then? Monokuma, bring that letter. I knew this would happen, so I brought it in advance too. What the fuck? At this point, oh, Monokuma, bring in the corpse. I thought you were gonna ask that, so I brought the corpse to you. Like, what the hell? Now, without that guy making a commotion, let's read it. This must be it. The same paper Teruya had. Then Otori-kun was the one who sent the letter to Haru's room? Whoa, wait a minute, you're forcing me. I handed out a bunch of paper to you guys. Soon after that, when Kijo was making a fuss, he might have gotten one in the mass confusion. If it's only paper, it might be possible. But what about your side? Teruya said it with its own words. There was only one pen. No matter how much paper you had, you cannot write a letter without a pen. The pen was also in the confusion. Oh, then that means you don't have the pen right now, because you said you only have one. If you look into your belongings and the party coat you wore, you won't have any complaints, right? That's not allowed! Why not? There's something we shouldn't see? Decided then. You can't refute it anymore. You wrote a letter by calling out Haru, and misloaded a bullet to let its hand be ruptured. All of this, that's what you did, Teruya. Really? You? Otori-kun? Why? Why did you do that? Why did you kill Haru? I'm sorry. All you said was right. After all, you can send the hunger too. What else could someone do otherwise? Actually, there was a reason that I was aiming at Haru, and there was a reason for when we fought each day. It was all because of hunger. Otori-kun. So what? Are you hoping for sympathy? Either way, you planned the murder and executed it. No, I have nothing to say. I don't want to make any more excuses and dishonor Haru anymore. I'm gonna die anyways. Wait, there's one thing I'm curious about. Why did you go to the arsenal before the victim work with the gun, write a letter to call him, and go back into the arsenal? My plan was originally to summon Haru and then see him go into the arsenal, and I would go with him. As if it had nothing to do with a criminal, Haru and I were supposed to fight, and then provoke him and let him shoot me with the gun I prepared. Once that happened, his hand would fly away without knowing anything, and so he would die. In the past, I followed my pop to study guns in America. God damn, okay, shit, shout out to the USA. And I decided to commit a murder by using the knowledge I gained at the time. So I went back to my room and watched to see Haru coming out, but I was too tired, so I fell asleep until the morning came. In the end, I don't know the reason why Haru broke his hand, but in any case, it was my fault. The fact that I killed Haru doesn't change. That was a difficult answer to even predict. I'm glad you're a stupid fool. But what about a bullet wound? In a way, Kurokawa, who was watching the corner all day morning, I think that was a good thing. Thanks to that, my crime was discovered. Teruya. Discussion so far ended with the conclusion that Teruya is the culprit? Seems like a long shot, I think. There's still a lot of unsolved questions. Wait a minute! I've been listening all this time. Something is wrong with it. Teruya is not the culprit. Satsuki, what are you talking about? Otori-kun just admitted it. I mean, the culprit is me. Are you still saying that? I told you to shut up. Wait, is Teruya really the culprit? Huh? Even Makoto-chan. If I'm right, Teruya is not the culprit. There's still an unsolved mystery. What are you guys talking about? I'm the culprit, aren't I? I'm almost 90% certain that Teruya is the culprit, but it's a little early to end the trial. I agree that there's an unsolved mystery. Like, yeah, his bullet wound, his chest shot. If we tried to vote out anyone speaking up like this, I would have tried to do it. But actually, this is the most important part of the case right now. Eh? Huh? What's this all of a sudden? Wasn't the trial ending like this? That's right. If we think about it carefully, there are still a lot of parts that cannot be explained on the content of the discussion. But I'd like to hear why Kurokawa thinks Teruya is not the culprit. You weren't careful enough, even for Kinjo. What? Nothing. Anyways, if you listen to the explanation, you'll know right away. It's how he died. He didn't die from the gun exploding. It's a chest wound. Yeah. Why do you think that Teruya isn't the culprit? When Teruya passed the door to my room, he sent a letter to Haru. Afterwards, he went inside the arsenal for his next plan. That's the explanation so far. But after that, Teruya passed the door to my room again. There's no movement until the morning after. But they were infantry plots on even Haru's hand exploded. The direct cause of that, it's a gunshot wound. True, Teruya didn't mention that he used the gun himself. Teruya, who came out of the arsenal before Haru could not kill. And one more thing, the arsenal would block from the inside. Yeah? Yeah, it's with the wood plank. Holy shit, I missed that badly. I got 0 points. The wood plank. Are you referring to this, Kurokawa? Mako, we're bringing the wood plank. That's right, Maeda. You mean the broken wood plank that fell near the arsenal door? Yeah, according to Maeda, he opened the arsenal door in the morning with Teruya's help. You're not going to say just because they opened the door to he's not the culprit, are you? That's not it. Think about it. After Teruya entered and left the arsenal in the morning, Haru entered afterwards. Until this moment, the door to the arsenal was opened. Then, when was the door blocked with the wood planks? Well, when was it? Is it for a fact that Haru opened the door and went in? Doesn't that mean that the door was blocked after that? That is true. But according to Dark Circle's testimony, Teruya did not even enter the arsenal after doing a little scheme. In other words, Teruya wasn't the one who blocked the door with a wood plank. It's only natural. When I tried to open the door with Maeda in the morning, I was embarrassed to know that the arsenal, which had only been opened, was not opening. As I said before, you must pass by Kurokawa's room. Even if you don't, you can head to the arsenal door. After that, the door to the arsenal was opened one more time. At that time, Teruya finished his plan. That's possible. The Haru was the last one to enter. The arsenal door had been opened once. Teruya went in and out of the arsenal. I should have heard the sound twice. Well, for starters, the wood planks were used to clasp the door, I guess. To do something like this from the inside, won't you be able to come out? That's true. But even if you put a plank by some trick from outside, there wasn't just one plank. You know what I'm talking about, right, Maeda? What? There wasn't just one plank. Yes, I saw it clearly. The thing that fell with the plank near the door. At the same time, it fell to the ground as soon as the plank was crushed and made a loud sound. That thing was the smoke and flash grenades. Well, they set it up. Right. The objects that were separate from the planks, you mean? The flash and smoke grenades, right? Flash and smoke grenades? Ah, it's those things that were near the door? Yes. When Teruya and I first opened the door, we heard a shattering sound from the inside. Immediately afterwards, a tremendous amount of light and noise hit us. And then after a few moments, while we opened our eyes, the arsenal was filled with smoke. After pulling out the plank from the handle, the door was open and the plank fell because of the efforts we did. That's right. Now you see, it's impossible to block the door like that from the outside. What? Then are you saying that Otori-kun is not the culprit? Well, wait a minute, but it was me who wrote the letter and had the gun ready to explode. It was written why Haru saw the gun and then exploded on his hand. I told you a little while ago. It's true that Haru's right hand was ruptured, but the cause of death was the gunshot wound. Teruya, you only prepared the gun, but you didn't shoot Haru, did you? That's, no. Hold it. Teruya had an obvious murder intent. Now, the contradiction to say that he isn't the culprit. What's wrong, Mr. Psycho Cop? You think forceful logic in that way doesn't seem like it would reach an answer like this? Dark Circles is right. I don't think Teruya is the killer either. Is it actually Satsuki? Then who's the culprit? I'm saying it's impossible for Teruya to block a door. However, no one else can do it. That's true. That's the biggest mystery in this case. So what are you all saying is, in short, it's an impossible crime. What? Impossible crime? You're right, wait. So, whoever shot Haru, obviously, we need to, like, put the wood planks, and I need to double check, but they said they can't... You wouldn't be able to leave, right? And they didn't really feel someone rushing the door. You know what? Impossible crime. Is this where the 16 students come to imply it was them who did it? I wonder. Okay, but you know what? Enough wondering and speculation. Let's find out the truth in the next episode. But for now, since I want to make a too long of an episode, I will cut it off here. Thank you guys for watching once again, and until the next episode, I will see you guys next time. Peace.